welcome back. I didn't even want to make this video, but I owe it to myself and I owe it to you guys. I created a journey or a series called Road to Power Meet 3. It's me documenting my journey leading up to a power meet. Now the power meet was December 9th. It was the USAPL American Open. Now this power meet was definitely different from all the other meets. It was a local meet, but it was also treated as a national level type meet. So you had national judges, you know, even the warm-ups plates were like the true Ilikio kilo plates and all that. Like they didn't have standard bumper plates, regular other steel 45 plates. It was all in kilos, so it was literally like an official ass event. And you know, mentally and emotionally, honestly, leading up to it, kind of wasn't feeling it for a while. The day of, that's when it truly hit me. And now, one thing about me is mentally, I think that's my strongest asset is my mind. I am mentally strong. I can definitely overcome a lot of things, a lot of obstacles, especially when it comes to emotions or just, you know, when you feel like that fight or flight type. You know, some people get scared, you fall under pressure, but generally I can overcome anything mentally, even if it involves emotions, because I can kind of block that out for that moment, especially during meets, because I've had that kind of problem last meet. But normally I can block it out and I can mentally get myself ready, and emotionally I may not be there, but mentally I'm there. It was just the complete opposite. This was probably one of the worst times and days I've ever had in my life in a very long time. And it was kind of scary, and it was more heartbreaking than anything, because I always think more of the negative stuff as opposed to the positive. Now I like to take that into motivation, and I like to use that as a learning tool and a learning lesson. So I pretty much don't even remember the meet, but there's rarely any footage. I have just whatever my boy has, and he sent me, and it's probably like 3 clips, I think. They're all fails except maybe one. Well, I completed some of the list, but I just got all reds, or I got 2 reds, and you know. So the judging is definitely a lot more hardcore. It's a lot different. So let me just first start off by just saying I'm very disappointed and embarrassed of the meet. And I went 1 for 9. I had shitty ass openers. Now the openers actually I felt very confident and comfortable with. It was just second and third attempts, but to me I was like, man, if I can just get my openers, I should be okay. And unfortunately for those, you know, that have this problem as well, sciatic neuritis. So I suffer from my sciatic nerve causing pain, and my sciatica started acting up literally when I was warming up, when I was squatting. So I ultimately was competing on one leg. Now, I didn't really tell nobody, and I wasn't gonna complain about it, but unfortunately, when you're fucking hurting, your face and your expressions and other things, your normal movements are totally off. And I had a couple people walk up to me and was like, man, are you okay? Like, damn, you know, what's wrong, blah, blah. And so I kind of talked to him, but I was just like, I don't really want to use that as an excuse. I was like, but that's really what's going on. Now, I'll get into a little bit more of sciatica, of kind of the issues, the pain, especially, I mean, for those that don't know, I mean, I really didn't find that out till later. I always just thought it was like my hip or, you know, this problem, whatever. So I recently found that out. And it was actually just talking to a lot of older people that kind of had similar symptoms as me. And, you know, they've gone to the doctors to get it diagnosed and all that. But you can normally self-diagnose yourself with all the symptoms. And generally they don't need to like photograph you or whatever it is, or scans or whatnot. But so, you know, everything and anything that could go wrong went wrong. Mentally I wasn't there. Emotionally I wasn't there. Physically I wasn't there neither. And it's sad because that event, anybody that lives in Southern Cal or around this area or loves powerlifting, the USAPL National American Open is fucking amazing. That event is wow. Like from the minute you park, you get this like, oh shit, like just an amazing feeling. Then then you walk into the halls, and you go into certain areas, and there's other competitions going on, other events or whatnot, and you register, and it's crazy to see your name on an athlete banner or an athlete lanyard. You get all your information, everything. It's like, it's so official, man. It's like, wow, this is what I want. This is what I've been working for, and to have it go the way it went, it was just very, very hurtful. Very, very hurtful. It was heartening. My heart was literally broken, and I literally have been thinking about that since. Now, I'm not gonna sit and dwell on it. I do want to speak about it, and I want to get it off my chest, and I like to use that as motivation moving forward, because that's pretty much what I do. I truly believe that my strongest asset is my mind, and even if emotionally I'm never there, I always find a way of just mentally getting myself ready for a minute, a 2, 3, whatever the case is, for whatever I need to do, and I can usually overcome it. And mentally not being there was a very scary situation, because I don't have a coach. I coached myself. Literally for all 3 of my meets, I've coached myself. I've watched, YouTube videos. I've read on powerlifting stuff. I've studied how to write programs, percentages, RPEs, how you feeling. I like just a mixture of everything. And I took a little bit of everything for what works for me. And once I got there, just being alone and having difficult times changing my openers and figuring out the clock and running back and trying to warm up and getting my gear, and it was fucking ridiculous, bro. Especially, I don't know how to convert kilos like this. There's people that look at kilos and like, oh yeah, that's this, that's that. I don't know how to do that, so it was hard for me. I had this fucking kilo chart and I was reading it and I was like, oh man, like, all right, I need this place, and they're over there cranking people out. You know what I mean? You got 1 minute to warm up, or 1 minute to get on the platform and hit your lift. So they're running through everybody quick, and if you don't set your time correctly, you don't manage that right, your warm-ups can be shitty, you can rush them, you just feel all like out of it. And that's literally what happened. And that kind of happened at my second meet, but because mentally I was there, emotionally and mentally I was there. Physically I was nervous because I was just scared of the weight, but mentally I overcame it. And this time I couldn't do that. It almost felt like the big stage got the best of me, because it was different. It was the first time I experienced that. Total different judging, literally total different judging. There was a couple lifts that I was like, man, I got reds for that, like really? And so, it is what it is, but that's kind of the negative shit. That's like that's how it went. It went shitty. I don't know if I told you guys, but I went 1 for 9. I fucking didn't even make any fucking benches. Like, I made 2 squats. I failed my 3rd squat, but I only got credit for 1. For benching, I completely just failed all 3 lifts. All fucked up, and I couldn't change my opener. And that kind of threw me off big time. I was lucky enough to change my opener for squats, for deadlifts, and I was able to pull the 2, but because my sciatic nerve was acting up on me, was flaring up, every time the pressure of driving my hips through the bar, squatting, driving to push off on bench, I literally was just working on one leg, and so my one leg wasn't strong enough to overcome everything. So that's the shitty part of it. So I went 1 for 9. Didn't even do my last deadlift, because the first 2 I completed them, I pulled them, but I got redded. 2 reds, 1 red, or 2 reds, 1 wide, 3 reds, and I'm like, so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fucking do the 3rd attempt. Why? Like, I can't even do this fucking weight right here. I had 2 chances and I couldn't, and I pulled them already. I'm fucking tired now. Like, my entire back, my hip, my ass cheek, my thighs, my feet, everything was hurting, man. My feet were fucking numb, which was weird. It was tingly, and it was, sciatica and sciatic nerve, whatever. So I really had to study a little bit more and how to kind of understand it. Because at first, again, I was just thinking it was like a hip pain, or I'm just sore. And I had hip issues too, so I kind of was thinking about that and just a lot of things. But this makes more sense now. So anyways, that's the bad part. The good part is I got to experience a national level type competition. I really felt like a true athlete, like, man, this is the big leagues. Literally, if you guys do follow, or if you guys are into powerlifting and you're young, you probably know of Bart Kwan. He was there. Joey Flex was there. His people, whoever he was coaching, was there. Russell, he showed up. He's from Texas. He's the fucking 83 national champion who just competed not too long ago. So he's the 83 kilo champ. So like seeing those three people there, I was like, first like, damn man, these are fools like I watch and I kind of study some of their moves and like that's cool. And then it's like, man, but I'm kind of competing against them. So you definitely get like, yeah, bro, this is like straight A1 people, man. These are all the best of the best, and you're just out there to fucking push some heavy ass weight and compete. So I got to get that experience, which was fucking awesome. And I also was able to really learn that I need a coach. Anytime I feel like I can get away coaching myself in local meets, because they're a little bit more lenient. You have a lot more people that their first time, and judges are a little bit more lenient. They'll cut you some slack. They'll even help you, and so I myself feel like I can coach through that. But when it comes to something national or world, then I need to really have a coach. I need to have a team around me. I need to have really a home gym, not in my garage or nothing, but I mean a home gym where I can go and power train, power build, power lift, do all that shit. Have people with the same type of mentality there so we can learn from each other, teach each other, and grow together. So if I want to take this powerlifting serious into another level, then that's what I'm gonna have to do. And Ara was already thinking of switching gyms. I think I said that in like a class video or so, that I definitely need to switch gyms, and that's a goal for 2018. So I definitely want to do that. Now I still want to compete. I'm gonna compete. Like that's hell no. That's not even a question about me. But I definitely still want to compete. Now instead of doing 3 power meets in a year, I'll probably do 2, maybe 1. But this year, actually 2018, I want to do 2. I want to do for sure the USAPL American Open again. I need to redeem myself. I just want to go in there feeling so fucking good. I don't care what the outcome is, but I want to know that my performance was nice, that people saw it and I felt comfortable with it, and that's the best that I was that day. But also before that, which is in December, so literally I gotta wait a whole fucking year. I want to get like a tune-up meet in, maybe sometime in like June, July, summertime or whatnot, just to give me some time in the beginning of the year to recover, train smartly, find these gyms, feel right, just feel better, and then set up a program, see what's gonna work for me, train, compete about June, July, take about a month or 2 off again, and then start getting cracking around September or so for a 3-month plan, 3-month cycle leading up to the American Open again. So that is definitely my goals for 2018. But for right now, I'm gonna take a couple months off, man. It's very mentally challenging, especially when you try to be elite with it. And I have a career, I got family, I'm married with children, man. But anyways, I'm married, I got 3 kids, man. I got a career, and I still find time to take care of them, be in my girls' lives, teach them, help them out, but also find something in my life that I can enjoy. And so that's training, and I make it a point to go every single day, train, not work out. I train. So most people will be like, yeah, I like to work out. Nah, homie, I'm training, bro. Like, I don't like to work out. I fucking train. So I definitely I need to just kind of think about some things and figure them out. But they're gonna get figured out, and we're gonna keep moving forward, and we're gonna keep getting stronger, and we're gonna run your goals, and it's gonna be an amazing 2018. So I just appreciate anybody that is listening to this shit. I wanted to make it short because again, I didn't want to make this video, but I figured I owe it to myself, but I also owe it to you guys, especially, you know, the three of you that watched my Road to Power Me journey, my Road to Power Me 3 series. So I just want to thank y'all for that. And now I do want to get into the sciatica part of it. But I think this video is long enough, so I just kind of want to do that little recap and then possibly have like a follow-up video just specifically on that. So we'll see. I don't know, man. I may just fucking jump in and do that shit, just edit the fuck out of it and just kind of put it all together. Fuck it. It's my channel, my video, right? But other than that, not much else to elaborate on. That fucking thing will be burning in my mind, man, for the whole year. And how fucked up is that, bro? Like, I gotta wait a whole year to redeem myself. But the journey is gonna be exciting because now I have a goal. I know in 2018 December I will be competing one more time at this meet. And before that I'm gonna compete one more time. So yeah, man. So I definitely take the good and the bad, and whatever the bad was, I let that shit beat me up for a little bit, but then I convert that into positive and motivation and encouragement for myself and hopefully others, especially if you feel like you're down and out, or again, emotionally, mentally, you're not there. You have a lot of people around you that can support you, or that support you if you have that system, and it's an awesome feeling. And at that point I kind of left that alone. I kind of forgot about that, and that's where I think mentally I broke down. So just remember, man, that there's a lot of people out there going through similar situations. Now, my situation was for powerlifting for me. I'm not saying it's like, oh my God, this is the end of the fucking world. But it is a situation. You got to remember that we're all humans and we're all people, and we all have emotions, and we are passionate about different things. And if people look at you like, man, what the fuck are you liking that for? Like, then those are people you don't really want to be associated with, because in a sense they're greedy, they're selfish. They're like, I don't give a fuck about that because you like it. Like, I don't like that shit. But that's not what you should be doing. We should just be supporting each other no matter what the fuck it is. Like, if you want to go do cartwheels down the street and you're like, yo, Ray, I can do like 10 cartwheels. I'm like, cool. Let's go out there and see it, man. Like, let's support each other one-on-one like that. Like, there's no need for negative comments and bullshit, you know? And there's always gonna be motherfuckers throwing shade and whatever. But like, for instance, I like to give a big shout out to that motherfucker that said I got a bell pepper nose. Hashtag bell pepper nose, motherfucker. Thank you for the new nickname. See, like shit like that, I take that and I run with it and I laugh. I run with it and I laugh. I've been laughing my ass off for days, and I'll be telling my wife that shit. It's fucking hilarious. And so I find it very funny that people do that. You know, but I guess to each his own, right? Different things get people hard-ons in a different way. So, and this is me in real life. If you catch me on the streets or anything and you want to holler at me and, hey, what's up, you want to talk, let's go have lunch, I'm open to anything, man. Like, you know, it's all positive in my area. It's all vibes. It's just like, let's just get better together, you know what I mean? And one of my biggest things is just to make sure you just run your goals. That's one thing. Hard work and dedication. So enough of me fucking yapping. Let me see if I can get up on this sciatic nerve type shit, educate myself a little more, come up with a power slide, PowerPoint presentation, put that shit in the video, and make it not too long, because I'm sure this motherfucking video is gonna be, I'm gonna go with like 18 minutes, 34 seconds. Nah, I don't even know. I'm just blabbering now. Nah, I'm just yapping, so I think I'm gonna end the vid, but cup of Joe, baby black, you know how we get down. All that fucking cream sugar bullshit, just that's not coffee, man. Alright, thank y'all. Stay tuned, man. I got a lot more shit coming out. It's not gonna define me. This was just part of it, so that was fucking whatever. But yeah, man. Stay tuned. I appreciate the 2 views. You know, it's so fucking funny, actually. I should have recorded this shit. My daughter was like, she saw me on YouTube and they was like, Dad, you're famous. I started laughing. I was like, oh yeah. She goes, man, you're on TV, you're famous. And I was like, oh, it's just a video I made. And then literally maybe like 5 minutes later, she comes back and was like, yeah, you're not famous. Well, mommy says you have a YouTube channel that nobody watches. And she's fucking right.